We have to stop oligarchy now. Check this out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. There's a myth that the Democratic Party wants freedom without responsibility. It's a lie. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. When a government starts working, has been seized by oligarchs, by the very wealthy, and begins working exclusively for the very wealthy and ignoring the needs and desires of the average working person. And the result of that is widespread cynicism and discontent with the political system. You know, follow along with this, right? So therefore, oligarchies are very unstable forms of government. The way that we know that America has become an oligarchy, we're in this little moment, like the South was in the late 1850s, like the entire country was in the late 1920s. We're in this moment. The way that we know that we've become an oligarchy is that the desires of the average American are not translated into legislation. Gillens and Page did this amazing study that was published in 2014 that found that before the Reagan Revolution, on average, when people wanted things, they got made into law. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, long-term unemployment, educational benefits, housing supports, food stamps, you name it. People wanted it, it got made into law before Reagan. Post-Reagan Revolution, what the average person wants gets ignored. And they're figuring it out. When Trump came along and said, oh yeah, the game is rigged, right? I'll fix that, don't worry. We're going to raise taxes on rich people. We're going to give everyone health care, and we're going to bring all those factories back to the United States. He was lying through his teeth, but what he was pointing out is that we are now an oligarchy. And weirdly enough, 70 million Americans put an oligarch in the White House. The result was predictable. But here's the problem. Oligarchies are unstable because they are not popular governments. In other words, they are not supported by the majority of people. By popular, I don't mean, opinion ratings. I'm talking about they don't reflect the popular desires, the desires of most people. And therefore, oligarchies typically within a single generation, and we're about 15, 20 years into this one in a big way, oligarchies typically flip in one of two directions. Either the people take back their government and the oligarchy gets overthrown. And that's what happened in the United States in 1860, although it took a civil war to do it. And that's what happened in the 1930s, although it took the Great Depression and World War II to do it. But and the will of an extraordinary leader like Franklin Roosevelt. So either the people rise up and reject the oligarchs and the oligarchy, or the oligarchs decide that the only way to protect their power and wealth is to turn the nation into a police state. And that's what you're seeing in Hungary right now. Poland is moving in that direction. Russia has gone in that direction. The Philippines are going in that direction. Venezuela has gone in that direction. Brazil is moving in that direction. Turkey has gone in that direction. Egypt has gone in that direction. Out of democracy into a police state. And we damn near went in that direction. Had Donald Trump succeeded in hanging out of the White House, we would be now entering a police state phase. And that's why it's so critical that we restore popular government. That is government that does what the majority of the people want. And the Republicans are fighting this tooth and nail, and so are a few of the Democrats. I mean, we saw this overnight in this big debate about the COVID relief bill. Oh yeah, let's means test the thing. Yeah, okay, the Democrats went along with that. It's a crazy idea. Let's not give people $2,000. Let's give them $1,400. You add that to the $600, and we can say it's $2,000. In England, they're giving people like several $1,000s every single month. And not just the United Kingdom. I mean, this is happening. Pretty much every developed country in the world is supporting their unemployed people through this crisis. And we're doing a pitiful job of this. 40 years of Republicans gutting our unemployment laws and rules and payment schedules and everything else, mostly at the state level, although federal long-term unemployment has been cut in half. That happened during the Bush administration. We have to return popular government. And that's why I wrote this book, The Hidden History of American Oligarchy, and that's why I think it's so important, whether you read the book or not. I think I've given you enough of the message. You don't need to buy the book. If you want the documentation and the backup, it's there. But just start telling people, this is a critical time. And we've got to end the filibuster so that the Biden administration and Democrats in the House and Senate can actually get some things done. If you want to call your senators about ending the filibuster, the number is 202-224-3121. Write it down. Put it on your refrigerator. Call them regularly. Be nice. People answering the phone have no power. All they can do is communicate your message. And they will communicate it in 2 or 3 words. So be concise. When you call, just say, I support ending the filibuster. Please tell Senator so-and-so that.